Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Grace Regato softball field on the Babe Ruth Complex for Interleague softball. St. Mary's, the Spartans, taking on St. Mary's from the Catholic Central League, taking on Gloucester, the Lady Fishermen from the Northeastern Conference. This is the second meeting. St. Mary's trying to sweep the series against Gloucester. Gloucester trying to get a split. So I have to explain up front that I do not have first names for Gloucester. They came out, handed me the roster, and left. So I had no idea until I looked at it. And you're going to be amazed with the girl that's on deck when I announce her name. This is Payon, the second baseman. And it's senior night. One of the seniors is on the mound. Swinging a miss. Anna Franguli on the mound, finishing up an outstanding season. Closing down, I should say. They have this game, and then they go on to play in the Hall of Tournament coming up. High for ball two. So Riley Zukas in right field. And the first baseman, Angie Catino, are the other two seniors. Called third strike on the inside corner. Good pitch by Frank Woolley. One up, one down by strikeout. And this is the hitter. I told you you'd be surprised. When they handed me the roster, they took off. I turned it on. I started putting it on my sheet. This is the catcher, DGB. I guess she's playing incommunicado. She's a government agent. So the catcher is DGB. Just missed outside. Pop foul back and out of play. Nothing but blue skies above. There's a little bit of a cool breeze. People have to wear a jacket. Chased that pitch and was down and away. Two quick strikeouts to start the ball game. The pitcher, Aiello.
Stop trying to make me feel good.
Popped up. Catino can't make the play. It drops. It's a base hit. She didn't touch it. She went in to get it. It bounced over her head. So the pitcher, Aiello, gets a base hit. I'm not sure what the umpires could be talking about. They send Aiello back to the plate. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know why they'd send her back to the plate. Couldn't hold up. She swung. That was over her head. So I can't even guess why she's back up at the plate. Now with a little help from Mr. Braid. I didn't see that. All I saw was Katina overrun it and the ball bounced. She was safe at first, but when the ball bounced, it spun and went out of play, foul. So St. Mary's got a break. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hit deep over the left fielder's head. In with a stand-up double. So opposing pitcher, Aiello, drills one over the left fielder's head. So she didn't get the infield hit, stay at first. She got the swing again, she's got a double. Carrie Pachosa, the shortstop, is the hitter. So 2 outs and a runner at second. Good pitch for strike 2. Pretty good little crowd here on a Tuesday afternoon for senior night for St. Mary's. That didn't miss by much. Off-speed pitch, drops in for a strike. She gives up the double, but she strikes out the side. So a good group of fans all around the fence. Most of the fans are pretty good. With the exception of a couple, most of the fans are good. They just... So St. Mary's, you hear me say this many times, St. Mary's will have a chance to get on the board first. It'll be Ashante Padilla, the third baseman, leading off. Brooke Maloney will play center field and bat second. Pitching and batting third, Anna Frangrulli. The left fielder, Laurie Surreal, hits in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth and playing second base, Michaela Walker. Catching and batting sixth, Roma Braid. The DH, Riley Williams. Hitting for the shortstop, Eliza Crean Osavido will hit number 7. Hitting eighth and playing first base, Angie Catino. And the right fielder, Riley Zukas, will bring up the tail of the batting order, batting ninth. Aiella on the mound, she was the one that ripped that solid shot over the left fielder's head for a double. And she'll face Ashante Padilla first. Guys. Low for a ball. Swing and a miss. Padilla's had some big hits for English this year. They moved her to leadoff. She was batting down around 4th or 5th. Hit foul out of play. Hit foul again. The weather's been crazy. We had that week where we had cancellations, rain, ice cold weather we played in. Sunday I did the St. Mary's baseball game. It was high 70s. It was warm. It was hot. Now this game, put the jackets back on. Bundle up because that little bit of a cool breeze. It's right around 60. maybe a little less. 1-2 the count to Bardilla, leading off the bottom of the first inning. That evens the count at 2. We'll change up the sailed high. Way up and away. So she was ahead of her. Now she's got to come in with a pitch or put her on. Good at bat by Bardilla. She's fouled off 6 or 7 pitches. Three-two again. And that's ball 4. Great at bat by Bardilla. She was behind the count, kept fouling off pitches, finally gets a walk. It'll bring up Brooke Maloney. Gloucester knows all about her, having played them in Gloucester. Third baseman squeezes in. She bunts, but then she can bunt, slap. Outfield pulls in for a strike. Tries to bunt, pops it up. Third baseman catcher couldn't get there in the direction of St. Mary's dugout. Now she won't be bunting. If she does anything, she would slap. Nice stop by the catcher, DGB. Slices it the other way to left field. Nice running catch by Frontiero. Maloney goes the other way with it, flies out. Anna Frangrulli, the pitcher, will be the hitter. She's got a couple of big hits for St. Mary's this year. Hit foul. Padilla was on the move. One of the young men behind the backstop is getting a workout. She was on the move again, fouled off. The young man behind the backstop is chasing all the foul balls, and he's running full blast, chasing him up and down the road between the field and Breed Middle School. He'll be a tired young man by the time this game is over. If he makes it till the end of the game. I'm tired just looking at him. Chase that high pitch up and away. They throw it down. Padilla dives back. So Aiello gets her first strikeout. So pitcher against pitcher for Gloucester, Aiello got a double. Pitcher against pitcher for St. Mary's, Aiello gets a strikeout. Laurie Sherrill, the left fielder. She moved up into the cleanup spot a few games ago. Foul tip held on to. by DJB. So she gives up the walk, but she gets 3 in a row after that. Both teams are out in the first inning, and we're right back where we started. 0-0, St. Mary's and Gloucester at the end of 1. 7 for Gloucester as we start the second inning. Conley, the right fielder, will lead it off. Frangrulli will start her second inning of work. Down and away for a ball. That pitch was up and in. She hit it foul. Out of play. Hits it foul again over the Gloucester dugout. Wide for a ball. 2-2 the count. Popped up. Nice job. Michaela Walker had to go way to her right. Looked like it was going up the middle. She picked it going towards second base. Nice defense by Walker. Just a little love tap going into center field. Walker just about stepped before the second base bag, reached up and picked it. Carancho, the center fielder, gets the bunt down. Nice defense by Frangrulli, helping herself. As soon as she shot up in the bat, Frangrulli broke to the plate. Had plenty of time to throw her out. 2 quick outs in the second inning. Frontero, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Hit foul off the backstop. High for a ball. Not a very big target up there, the hitter. Not a big strike zone. Frontero, the left fielder. Swing and a miss. I knew the scoreboard was off. The scoreboard said 2-2. Popped up. It's going to go foul. Out of play. Oh, I thought he was motioning for the base umpire to come and see him. I was wondering what they were doing. They were telling the base umpire to throw the softball in that somebody chased and brought back to the field. High for a ball.
Oh, Myrtle Beach. I'm sorry. I might just drive down. Oh, I know. Oh, wait, is that for housing?
Swing and a miss for strike 3, so she a 1-2-3 inning.
Now it's probably 1999.
fourth strikeout for Frank Gruley. Keeps Gloucester off the board. She's retired 6 of 7. And it will be 5, 6, and 7 for St. Mary's as we start the bottom of the second inning. Michaela Walker, Roma Braid, Riley Williams to face Aiello, who gave up a walk and then got 3 straight outs. Michaela Walker picked that little pop-up going away. Made a nice defensive play at the top of the inning, and she'll lead off. Trying to get something started for the Lady Spartans. Down and in for a ball. Way up. 2-0. He checked with the bishop and he said, yes, she swung. She tried to hold up. That pitch was way up and away. It should have been 3-0. Instead, it's 2-1. Chased that pitch that was up and away. And it kind of goes 2-2. Kind of goes full 3-2. Down the middle for strike 3. Third strikeout, 3 in a row for Aiello. She got the last 2 in the first inning. Gets the first in the second inning. Roma Braid, the catcher, will be the hitter. In the air, long run for the right fielder. Nice play. Conley, the right fielder, takes extra bases away from Braid. Outstanding defense by Conley. She was off the line for a right-hand hitter. She had to go a long way, and she made the basket catch. Outstanding defense. Took extra bases away from Braid. If it bounces and goes by, it's probably going to be a triple. Riley Williams DHing for the shortstop. Eliza Crean Acevedo. Down and away for a ball. Up and away, 3-0. She goes after the 3-0 pitch and swings right through it. Aiello comes all the way back. She runs the count full after being down 3-0. She gives up her second walk. She gave up a walk leading the first inning. Now she gives up a walk with 2 outs in the second inning.
Now batting, number 40, Angie Catino.
First baseman Angie Catino, outstanding goaltender. She helped St. Mary's get to the state final. In for a strike. They had a great year, St. Mary's. The boys won the Super Bowl. Girls basketball team was state champions. Boys basketball team went to the state final. Girls hockey team went to the state final. High for a ball. Hit in the air. Right fielder coming on. Conley makes her second play in the inning. This one a little easier than the first one. So St. Mary's gets a base runner again with a walk. They leave her at first yet again. We finished 2. We're still dead even here at the Grace Regato Field. St. Mary's nothing, Gloucester nothing. 8-9-1 for Gloucester as we start the third inning. Russo, the first baseman, will be the hitter. In for a strike. Frank Gruley starting her third inning. Two quick strikes. Two picture-perfect pitches. Almost pulled the trigger. They checked with the base umpire. She really didn't swing. She started to. Held up. That's strike 3. Five strikeouts for Frank Woolley. 2 in a row now. One to end the second, one to start the third. Clamataro, the third baseman, will be the hitter. In for a strike. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. High and away for a ball. Popped up. Roma Braid, right? Maybe a step in front of the plate. Makes the play. She does an outstanding job behind the plate. She handles the pitches well. She makes plays like that. She handles bunts. Squared the bunt, took the pitch in the dirt. Now they say it hit her. I don't know if they're saying it hit her or they're calling interference on the catcher. I think they called interference on the catcher. Because the ball was in the dirt, went by her. I'm not. St. Mary's only has 2 outfielders now. Brooke Maloney has come in to play not short field, but short infield. And now, Surreal, the left fielder, is playing right behind second base. If she hits the ball down the line either way, she can run forever. So now they move everybody around. DJB, the catcher, struck out swinging. She was batting lefty and they brought everybody in. Maloney was playing infield. Sharir was almost an infielder. Zukas was the only outfielder deep. Colleen Newbury showing a defense I hadn't seen before. So I'm assuming they called interference on the catcher. Cut off. Nice job by Padilla, the third baseman. Cut in front of the shortstop, made the good strong throw to get out of the inning. So the interference call doesn't hurt. They leave a base runner. So the only thing I can figure is it had to be interference on the catcher they called because the ball was down in the dirt. She squared like she tried to bunt. They used to call it a hit. Now they call it an error on the catcher. That one fan they tried to have ejected before is still making problems out in the outfield.
I'm gonna start getting rowdy in a minute.
We don't have any police out here, otherwise I'd get rid of them. 9-1-2. We're way out here, 8 miles away from home plate, so we have to guess at some of those calls. Either way, it makes no difference because Gloucester is out. Riley Zukas, one of the seniors honored before the game, is the hitter, the right fielder. She almost stepped away from that. They throw it away. It was a little, excuse me, looked like an easy out, and they threw it in the dirt, and Zukas scoots around to second. Ashanti Padilla will be the hitter.
Now batting number 5.
Little check swing, she was backing away. The ball hit the bat, easy play for the pitcher. And she threw it away. Line to right field, foul ball. Padilla got all of that one and sliced it foul. That would have been extra bases. St. Mary's would have had the lead. Down and in.
Go, Riley. Riley, go, Riley.
The ball went off the pitcher's glove. Zukas almost didn't go. The second baseman was over covering second when she got off the bag. There was nobody to pick the ball up. Zukas, another error. Throw wide of the pitcher, deflected to where the second baseman would normally be. Hit in the air deep. Nice running catch.
Nice catch, kiddo.
Caracho took extra bases away from Padilla. Outstanding defense.
Number 4 is up. Let's go.
Padilla will get an RBI. So the 2 errors hurt Gloucester as Zukas comes in to score. But what a great play. That initially people thought it might go over the fence. Then it was going to bounce off the fence, and Carranzo made a great running catch. That's two very nice plays, one by the right fielder, one by the center fielder. Brooke Mullane goes the other way and hits it foul. She flied out to left field her one trip. And forgot to let go of that pitch. Almost looked like slow pitch softball. Swing and a miss.
Now batting number 24.
4 strikeouts for Aiello. Anna Frangulli struck out swinging her one trip. In for a strike. Hit to third off the third baseman. They throw it away. Frangulli's going to go to second base. So another error in the inning. The error gave St. Mary's their run. Now we got a conference coming out to the mound to talk to the lady fisherman. That allows Colleen Newbury to talk to base runner, hitter. Lori Surreal is the hitter. She struck out swinging her one trip. Zukas with a little check swing led the inning off right back to the pitcher. When it was thrown away, she hustled to second base. When they threw the ball back to the pitcher on a return from a pitch, off the pitcher's glove, it deflected to second base. The second baseman wasn't there. She was covering second. Zukas was able to go to third, and then she scored on Pardilla's long sacrifice fly that the center fielder Carranzo made a great running catch on to save extra bases. In for a strike. Hit back to the mound. Aiello helps herself. So 3 errors, 2 big ones with at the Riley Zukas at bat, and then the throwaway allows Riley Zukas to get third. She scores on the sacrifice fly. St. Mary's has broken the ice. We end at the end of 3. It's now St. Mary's 1, Gloucester nothing. 3, 4, and 5 for Gloucester. Aiello, the pitcher, has the only hit in the game so far. She doubled over the left fielder's head. St. Mary's got their 1 run with 3 errors. Off-speed pitch, dropped in, but it dropped high. Umpire gave a little loop with his hand saying, too high. Hit the shot right through the wickets. Right through the wickets. Gloucester has another base runner. Aiello's on for the second time. Kara Pachosa, the shortstop, was called out on strikes, her 1 trip. 2-0 the count. Hit back to the mound. They get one. They get two. Nice turn in the middle by Osovito. One to 6 to 3. I'm not sure how this happened. In the middle of the celebration, the pitcher, Frank Woolley, hurt her foot or her leg or ankle. That could be disastrous for St. Mary's. It had to be in the celebration. Frank Woolley picked the ground ball, got it to second base. The shortstop, Osovito, made a great throw. I think she says she's okay. And that would have been disastrous, and it had no reason to happen. She wasn't involved in the play at second base. She seems to be okay, thank God. She flipped it. Osovito made a great turn at second base, completed the double play over to Catino, and then in the celebration, jumping up and down, Frank Woolley, her foot or ankle or somebody stepped on her foot. So thank God she's okay. So the error is wiped out on the double play. Conley, the right fielder, made a nice running catch in right field, taking extra bases away from Braid. And then her up at bat, she hit what looked like a little soft half-pop, half-line drive going over the second base bag, and Michaela Walker made a great play going over and picking it. They get it down. Frank Woolley with another nice play. That's her third assist. So she doesn't get a strikeout in the inning after she got at least one in the first three. But she does come up with a couple of nice defensive plays to help herself out. So we're halfway through the ball game here. St. Mary's holding on to a skinny one-run lead. And it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Spartans. Ayala will start her fourth inning of work. So Michaela Walker called on a strikes her first trip. Will lead it off in the fourth. St. Mary's still looking for their first hit, even though they're leading 1-0.
Now batting number 11, Walker.
Line shot off to the first base side, foul. Hit it well, but very late swing. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Swing and a miss. She gets Walker again. So she's got at least one strikeout in every inning. Her fifth strikeout.
Now batting number 13, Roma Bray.
Roma Bray was robbed of extra bases by the right fielder Corley, making a very nice running catch over to the line. Back in the second inning. Hit. Short hops the second baseman, but she makes the play. So 2 quick outs in the fourth inning. Riley Williams
Now batting
drew a walk.
3, Riley Williams.
In for a strike. Way up and in. Had to duck away from that pitch. Hits it foul out of play over the St. Mary's dugout. Down and away for a ball. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Hit in the center field for a base hit. St. Mary's first base hit. Williams hit it. It just barely made it onto the grass behind second base.
Now batting number 40,
Angie Catino flied out to right field. Her one trip. Tries to bunt, fouls it off. Hits it foul again. Quickly 2 strikes. I guess that young man got exhausted because he's not chasing those foul balls anymore. Call third strike. They had to tag her out at the plate.
I'm doing the job for you.
So 2 more strikeouts. She struck out 6. Gave up her first hit. St. Mary's had a base runner, but left at first base. We finished 4 in this interleague battle. St. Mary's clinging on to that 1-0 lead. 6, 7, and 8 for Gloucester as we start the 5th inning. Carancho bounced to the pitcher one trip. She made that outstanding running catch in right center field that took extra bases away for Padilla. It knocked in the 1 run, but it would have been more. It would have been at least a double, maybe a triple. But she made a great running catch.
now batting number 16.
She'll lead it off in the 5th. Low for a ball. Everybody's held their breath now. Everybody's happy that Frank Woolley's okay. Hit foul out of play. Hit to first base. Katina will make the easy play. One up, one down in the fifth.
Nice job.
Frontiero, the left fielder, struck out swinging her one trip.
Number 8.
Down the way for a ball. She ran up like she was going to bunt. In for a strike. Nice pitch right on the knees on the corner. Just missed outside. Catino, she's used to making saves like that, being a goaltender. She went down and smothered that one. She makes the first two plays in the fifth inning. Frontiero hit it well, but hit it right at Catino. Russo, the first baseman, was called out on strikes.
I'll see you. All right, honey. I'll see you when. All right.
That one bounces to the backstop. That breeze picks up and makes it very chilly here at the Grace Regatta Complex, off field, Babe Ruth Complex. And again, I have to give a tip of the hat to the Babe Ruth people. They do a great job. They keep this field in shape. They put the lines down. They cut the grass. They drag the infield, make it playable for all these teams, English, Classical, St. Mary's. They play their games here. And they don't have to. The city is supposed to do it. But they do it. And they spend a lot of time doing it. And again, they don't get paid a nickel. And they don't get any notoriety either. In for a strike. I'm still waiting for the Lynn teams to chip in and make a donation to the Babe Ruth program. 3 plays by the first baseman, 3 ground balls to Catino. You don't see that very often. So a 1-2-3 inning.
3 outs were made by.
Her second 1-2-3 inning. We'll move into the bottom of the fifth with St. Mary's holding on to that skinny 1-run lead. It'll be Riley Zukas leading off. She's going to lead off for the second time in the game. The first time she led off, 2 errors got her to third, and she scored on a sacrifice fly, and that's the difference in the game. So Zukas and then back to the top of the order, Ashanti Padilla and Brooke Maloney to face Ayala, who's been almost perfect. St. Mary's has 3 base runners. Four base runners. 2 walks. The error that scored. And the 1 hit by Williams. So 2 walks, an error, and a hit. We mentioned Zukas is one of the seniors. Looks like she's trying to bunt, missed it. 1 ball, 1 strike. She flips that bat around like high for a ball. in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Seven strikeouts for Aiello. Ashanti Padilla was perfect. She walked in the first, got robbed of extra bases by a great play by Carancho in center field, but it was a sacrifice fly, and it gave her an RBI. Hits it foul, out of play. She's the Spartan third baseman. Hit off the pitcher's glove into center field for a base hit. She almost fell down going to first base. Padilla gets the second hit. Hit off the pitcher's glove into center field. Brooke Maloney flied to left and struck out swinging. She gets the bunt down. They throw her out. Aiello gets another assist. So Anna Franguli can help herself. She has struck out, reached on an error. She's up with a runner in scoring position. Hit the shot. Wobbled, but they stay with it. Carapachosa throws her out. So again, St. Mary's gets a runner as far as second base. Can't bring her around. And they still hold on to that skinny 1-run lead at the end of 5. 9-1-2 for Gloucester as we start the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Clementaro, the third baseman, popped up to the catcher Braid right out in front of home plate. Two quick strikes. Foul tip off the catcher. Count stays 2 strikes. As the sun starts to come out a little bit. Hit foul out of play. Hit in the air, foul again. Low for a ball. 1-2 the count to the Gloucester third baseman. Leading off here in the 6th inning. Franguli gets back in the strikeout mode. She had 5 in the first 3 innings. Didn't get any in the 4th, but picked up 2 assists. And then that fifth inning where all 3 outs were ground balls right to the first base bag, Catino, getting all 3 putouts on ground balls. So she gets back, she picks up her 6th strikeout. And we'll go to the top of the order. Palin, the second baseman, called out on strikes. And I guess they did call it a hit batsman once you try to bunt and he put it at first base. Initially I thought they might have called interference on the catcher. I should push it down the first base line. It goes foul over to the Gloucester dugout. This is St. Mary's last game, this being Tuesday, until Saturday when they'll be here for the Holland tournament, the annual John Holland tournament. She forgot to let go of that one. That was, she was trying to knock down the 10 pin on that pitch. That rolled in. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. Pops it up. Nice play by the pitcher. Again, as soon as she shortened up, Frank Rulli broke to the plate. She bunted with 2 strikes, got it up, and picked it right at the ankles. Nice play. So she's got 3 assists. She's got a put out. And the catcher, DGB. Looks like they might be having a pinch hitter. And I won't know. I think it's Gaetano. In for a strike. It could be Orlando. I can't read. I think might be 21. Popped up. Maloney got a great jump and made a nice running catch. I don't know who it was because they didn't have a number 23 that they gave me. So another 1-2-3 inning. Eight in a row. Ten in a row if you count the double play at second base after the runner reached on the error, but the runner reached, so. $11 of the last 13. One reached on a hit batsman. The other one reached on an error. The error was wiped out.
Chucky's crazy, don't listen to him.
Chucky's crazy, don't listen to him.
4, 5, and 6 for St. Mary's as we start the bottom of the 6th. Surreal has struck out and bounced to the pitcher. thought about it, held up, was way over her head for ball one. Way up and away. So I mentioned St. Mary's will be here. English, Classical, St. Mary's, and Swampscott will be the 4 teams in the 2023 John Holland Memorial Tournament. He'll be here Saturday night and starting Sunday morning. In for a strike. So St. Mary's get a chance to take a little bit of a rest. This being Tuesday, they won't take the field until, I'm not sure whether they play the first or the second game on Saturday. Hitting it to right field. It's in for a base hit. It skips by. Surreal is going to keep going, a stand-up triple. Only the 3rd hit for St. Mary's. Michaela Walker has struck out twice, once called, once swinging. And St. Mary's has a little bit of insurance at third base. They lead 1-0. They'd love to give Franguli at least one more run to work with going into the 7th inning. Gloucester will squeeze in the infield. So you'll get that just inside the right field line, bounced away from the right fielder, so she'll be able to go to third. One the count to the Spartan second baseman. Tries the bunt and fouls it off. 1-2 the count. Call strike 3. That's a big out. 8 strikeouts for Aiello. Roma Braid flies to right, ground to the second base. She's looking for a base hit, but she'll take either the fly out or the ground out. Here now with a runner at third base. Solid shot, but she got way out in front of it and pulled it foul. The fly to right, Conley made a great running catch to take extra bases away. Had to go way over to the foul line to make the play. Started to pull the trigger and held up, and it was high. And the count goes 3-1. And that's ball 4. Third walk given up by Aiello. None of the walks have hurt. Riley Williams walked and hit a little tapper right over the second base bag. It just barely got to the outfield grass for a base hit. She's got one of the 3 hits, and now they're walking her intentionally. Angie Catino will be the hitter. I don't know if they thought she's going to steal second base anyway, so help them out. The intentional walk. So she had walked 2 coming in. She's walked 2 here. This one intentional. Hit to third. They make the play at the plate. Now there's 2 outs and the bases loaded. Riley Zukas reached on error and scored the 1 run. Last time up, she struck out swinging. Aiello trying to keep it a 1-run game. St. Mary's, 1 swing of the bat could give Frank a little bit to work with in the 7th inning as the coach comes out to talk to the troops. And Coach Newbury gets to talk to the base runners and the hitter. Catino hit the first pitch and just slapped it, and the infield was drawn in anyway. So the third baseman, Clamataro, made the easy play to DGB, the catcher. I still can't get over that. That's all they put down was DGB. They spelled everybody's name out. Everybody else. So 3 on, 2 out. Off the backstop. They tagged the runner at second. Williams took off because the runner at third took off. And then with the run, if they don't tag Williams, the run's going to score. But they throw her out at second base. So the intentional walk pays off. St. Mary's had the bases loaded with 1 out. A grounder got her out at the plate. And now the ball goes to the backstop. The runner went most of the way home, realized she couldn't score, went back to third, but the runner at second thought she was going home. She was most of the way to third. So when they threw it down to second, they were able to tag Williams out before the run scored. So we finished 6. St. Mary's holding on to that skinny 1-0 lead. Gloucester down to the last 3 outs. We move into the 7th, 1-0 St. Mary's over Gloucester. 3, 4, and 5. Aiello, the pitcher, will try to get something to start. She hit a shot over the left fielder's head for a double in the first inning. It came with 2 outs. She was stranded at second. She reached on an error, and when she reached on the error, she was doubled up on a nice turn, hit back to the mound. Great turn in the middle by Acevedo. They turned the 1-6-4 double play. Hit in the air to right field. Off Zukas' glove. Aiello was going to keep going all the way to third. She's got a triple. Her second hit. And Gloucester has the tying run at third with nobody out. Only the second hit, and Aiello has both of them. A solid shot to right. Zukas almost made the play off her glove. Second hit in the game. And Aiello's got both of them. She hit a shot over the left fielder's head. Now she hits a shot over the right fielder's head. She reached on the error. She's been on base 3 times. Only the second hit. Frank Rui had only allowed 3 base runners. She hit a batter. Aiello had that double in the first inning. The double came with 2 outs. The hit batsman came with 2 outs. The only other base runner to reach was reaching on an error to start the 4th inning, and that base runner was wiped out on a 1-6-3 double play. Now Aiello, the pitcher, helps herself by getting a triple, and all of a sudden the Gloucester bench comes to life. Tying run at third. Carapachosa struck out and bounced into the double play. Up and away for a ball. They call a timeout. There's a problem with the third base bag. They're digging out some dirt so they can get it lodged in. Tim here is having a team in the huddle at second base. Pitcher catcher on the mound. The Gloucester coach coaching third noticed that the third base bag was kind of off hinge. And they're digging it out now. So Aiello gets the Gloucester bench and the Gloucester fans excited. They hadn't done anything. 8 in a row retired by Frangulli coming into this inning. The last base runner was the error in the fourth that was doubled off. So they haven't had any, they only had 3 base runners in the game coming into this inning. And one was wiped out by the double play, so they really only had 2. And now Aiello gets a triple. Line to center field. Good job by Maloney. She went right to it, charged it, got it. No wasted motion, threw the ball home. They didn't send her. Good job by Maloney getting into it very quickly, getting rid of it very quickly. And the runner at third just stayed there, not wanting to get thrown out. Calling to right field, a pop to second, bounce to the mound. Pops the bunt up. They're going to turn another double play. They tag the runner. Great play by Frangulli. That's her second pop-up. She had 3 assists and a pop-up. It's going to be a long ride back to Gloucester. Second double play of the game. The leadoff triple, the tying run at third. Looking, hopefully get at least extra innings or force St. Mary's to try and score in the 7th. They popped the bunt up. Frangulli went over her shoulder, made a terrific play to catch it. The runner from third was breaking, and they threw it to Padilla, who made the tag for the out. Second double play. So they get 4 base runners, and 2 of them are shut down on double plays. They get 2 base hits. The pitcher, Aiello, gets both of them, 2 extra base hits. Frangulli strikes out 6, hits a batter, gets 3 assists and 2 putouts. She's involved in 11 of the 21 outs. She does a great job and a terrific play to end the game, and that's got to take the wind out of the sails of Gloucester as they lose this game 1-0, and it was really given away. They looked like they were going to get back in it with a no-out triple. Maloney made a great play, picking the line drive and getting the ball very quickly home, holding the runner at third. And then the attempted squeeze popped up. Frangulli makes a great play helping herself, and they double the runner off third. Second double play of the game. Gloucester goes out in the 7th. They don't score. They only had 4 base runners, 2 hits, an error, and a hit batsman, and 2 of the runners were out on double plays. So an outstanding performance by Frangulli. Strikes out 6, hits a batter, had 3 assists and 2 putouts. St. Mary's will go to 17-1. Gloucester will go to 13-7. Gloucester had a 2-out double in the first, a hit batsman with 2 outs in the third. The error in the fourth doubled up, a no-out triple in the seventh, doubled up on the attempted squeeze. St. Mary's got a walk in the first, a 2-out walk in the second. They scored their run in the third. Riley Zukas backing away from the pitch. He hit the bat back to the pitcher. The pitcher threw it away at first base. Zukas hustled into second base. On the next pitch home, the catcher's throw back to the pitcher, deflected off the pitcher, right where the second baseman normally would be playing, but the second baseman went over to cover second base in case the runner got off the bag too far. The ball rolled away. Zukas was able to get to third. Padilla hit a shot and a half to right center field. The center fielder Carranzo made a tremendous running catch, but it was good enough for the RBI for Padilla to get the sacrifice fly. That was the run, and that was the only run. St. Mary's got a 2-out single in the fourth. They got a 1-out single in the fifth. They got a no-out triple. They got a triple with nobody out in the sixth. A strikeout, a walk, an intentional walk, and then a force at the plate, and then a pickoff on a ball that went to the backstop. The runner didn't score. The runner at second got too far off the bag and got thrown out at second base for the third out. They didn't score on a no-out triple. And then Aiello gets the triple to start the seventh inning. Looks like Gloucester is going to get back in it, maybe tie it up. Maloney makes the great play in center field, getting a jump on the line drive, getting it back quickly, holding the runner at third. And then the attempted squeeze popped up. Frangulli makes a tremendous play, her second catch of a pop-up. The throw to third, Padilla easily tags the runner for the second double play of the game. And St. Mary's is going to squeeze out of here with an unearned run and the only run of the game that wins them their 17th game of the season. So Gloucester sees the tying run doubled at third. They see 3 errors in the third inning that gives the 1 run to St. Mary's, and that's the difference. St. Mary's wins it 1-0 over Gloucester here at the Grace Regatta Complex. St. Mary's goes to 17-1. They're off now till the Holland Tournament. Gloucester finishes up their regular season at 13-7, and they'll wait to see where their berth is in the tournament. So a tough bus ride back for Gloucester as they lose this one 1-0 on an unearned run. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.